In the golden sunshine of 1960s California, a darkness was gathering. A man who spoke of love, peace, and music would soon orchestrate one of the most horrific killing sprees America had ever seen. This is the chilling story of Charles Manson, and the murders that defined a generation. Charles Manson wasn't born a cult leader. He was born a drifter, a failed musician, and a lifelong criminal. From his early life born in 1934 to a teenage mother, raised in reformatories, jails, and streets, learned manipulation, charm, and control from a young age. In San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury during the 1967 Summer of Love, Manson found a generation searching for meaning. He offered them an answer. He spoke of love, freedom, and rejecting the system. But beneath the surface was a boiling rage, a vision of apocalypse, and a thirst for power. To the lost and lonely, Charles Manson became a messiah. He attracted a group of followers, mostly young women, broken, vulnerable, searching for belonging. Among them, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, Leslie Van Houten, Tex Watson. They became his family, bound by LSD trips, communal living, and absolute devotion to Charlie. Manson's message twisted over time from peace and love to death and destruction. He taught his followers that the end of the world was coming, a race war he called Helter Skelter, inspired by a Beatles song. In this new world, Manson promised, the family would rule. But to trigger the apocalypse, he believed they had to start the violence themselves. On the nights of August 8th and 9th, 1969, the family carried out Charles Manson's horrifying vision. August 8, 1969, 10050 Cielo Drive, a mansion once rented by music producer Terry Melcher, who had rejected Manson's music career. Inside now lived actress Sharon Tate, 8 months pregnant, and her friends. Manson ordered Tex Watson, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian to destroy everyone inside. They brutally murdered Sharon Tate, Jay Sebring, Abigail Folger, Wojciech Frykowski, and Stephen Parent, who stumbled onto the scene. The victims begged for their lives. The killers showed no mercy. The word pig was scrawled on the door in Sharon Tate's blood. The following night, Manson personally led the family to the home of Lino and Rosemary LaBianca. They tied them up. Then, in acts of brutal savagery, they stabbed and mutilated them, carving war into Lino's stomach. Again, bloody messages were left behind. How did an entire group of people surrender their souls to one man? Charles Manson didn't control with force. He controlled with psychological warfare, isolation, removing followers from family and society, drugs, frequent LSD sessions where he reprogrammed minds, dehumanization, teaching that death was an illusion, prophecy, convincing them they were chosen for a cosmic destiny. In Manson's world, there was no right or wrong, only Charlie's will. And once under his influence, his followers became capable of anything. The horror could not stay hidden forever. It took months of botched investigations and another arrest before police connected the Manson family to the Tate-LaBianca murders. The trial that followed was a spectacle. Manson carved an X into his forehead, later turning it into a swastika. Family members sang and laughed in the courtroom. Witnesses described unimaginable violence. In 1971, Charles Manson and several followers were convicted of murder and sentenced to death, later commuted to life in prison. But the trial exposed something deeper, a fear that society itself was unraveling. The murders weren't just crimes, they were a cultural earthquake. Vincent Bugliosi, the prosecutor, gave us Helter Skelter, a book that would become one of the best-selling true crime books in history. Manson became a symbol of chaos, a grim reminder of how easily the mind can be broken, and how charismatic evil can disguise itself. Charles Manson never killed with his own hands. He didn't need to. He killed with ideas, with illusions, with the fragile trust of broken souls searching for meaning.